my name is Phila Beck, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. I have been watching The Mandalorian, episode 2, and quick review, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked it more than the first episode. I found it even more Star Wars-y than the first episode. The first episode was very good. And here's what I realized about Star Wars from that first episode. Yeah, I like that gritty sci-fi western lived-in universe. That's really cool. But what makes it Star Wars, what makes it something different, is on top of that, they put on this magical story of princesses and wizards and laser swords, and it's magic and light and darkness and good and evil. Yeah, so it's you have this layer of fantasy on top of this grit, which I felt we got more of in this episode, even though virtually nothing happened in the 30 minutes. The 30 minutes episode, really? I'm kvetching too much. Even though not much really happened, I think because it was a little bit more comedic, a little bit more kid friendly. But still, you had a lot of this violence. So you had the kid friendliness grafted on top of it, on top of the violence. For me, it reeked Star Wars. It oozed Star Wars for me. I still don't trust them. I don't trust them. They're gonna stick to the landing because there's rumors that Admiral Hodo is somehow going to be back in Rise of Skywalker. They made Luke Skywalker even worse in a recent Star Wars book that came out by not telling Leia and Han about how he screwed up with Kylo. What else is there? So and also I see the director roster. Taika Waititi is up for doing the last episode, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just go after Rise of Skywalker comes out. So the last episode or two, they go super woke, especially with Taika Waititi's episode. There's not really much to say about it. So I'm going to get to spoiler territory, but there's not really any spoilers because nothing really happened. We're at exactly the same point in the story as we were at the end of the first episode. Okay, just to recap the first episode, Mandalorian gets a job to find this bounty and finds it, and that's how the episode ends. Adventures getting it. So now the bounty turns out to be a Baby Yoda. I think this really is a Baby Yoda, a clone of Yoda. The doctor with the ex-Imperial officer that hired him who, by the way, doesn't he look exactly like the shuttle pilot from Rogue One? I really thought it was the same guy. Okay, but obviously not. He according to a user on Reddit, had the same logo as the cloners of Camino on his outfit. So I think this could actually generally be a Baby Yoda. So he finds a Baby Yoda. He goes back to the ship, and it's just been ransacked by Jawas. And I just found that whole joyful. I loved it. Jawas had red eyes now. Don't know why. Maybe a different brand, different family, different. It doesn't really bother me. Jawas clearly are a sci-fi take on what British colonials thought of Arabs at the turn of the century. That's clearly what they're based on. Just they made them tiny and so cute, sort of, but dangerous. So he traces after them to get his stuff from his ship that they've teared everything apart from his ship, so he can't fly it. To get it back, and he fights it, and that whole scene is fantastic. And eventually, they beat him. They beat him with the great line, "Stick him up," whatever that is. It sounds like "stick him up" to me, but that was fantastic. And so he ends up having to trudge back to Nick Nolte's Ugnaught, who is fantastic, another great character. And so he manages to negotiate with them that the Mandalorian will go and get this egg for him, which is from this giant space rhino living in a hole somewhere on this unnamed planet, which I don't think is Tatooine. I hope it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not Tatooine. Why would it be Tatooine? By the way, this Baby Yoda, if he's 50 years old, that means he would be born about the same time as Anakin Skywalker, wouldn't it? If this is 50, this is 5 years after Jedi, that will make Luke and Leia around. They were 23 in Jedi, I think. That'll make them 28 now. So the Attack of the what's the third prequel called? Not Attack of the Clones. Revenge of the Sith. So that puts the Revenge of the Sith at 28 years ago. So Anakin was what? He was in his 20. Let's say he was 22 then. So yeah, that would make him roughly 50. 50 would be they were born the same age. So maybe this is a clone of Yoda made for some reason somehow. But I'm interested with who. So there's the Space Rhino fights with the Mandalorian, and then the Baby Yoda uses the Force powers and like lifts him up in the air. Now here's the bit I had a little nitpick with. So the Space Rhino's charging, right, and he's lifted in the air, Force powers lift, and the Mandalorian's just like, okay, he's close to death, or he's close to being unconscious, but he's like holding his knife, and as it's lifted into the air, wouldn't that be a good time when the Space Rhino is when he can't fight back to slit the thing's throat? Yeah, wouldn't that be a good time to do it? No, Yoda lets the Baby Yoda lets the Rhino drop, and then he stabs him in the neck, and which apparently kills him. Must have hit him in the right spot. Not really. Doesn't really work if you think about it, but it's fine. It's a minor nitpick because right now it's all been very good. So he gets to the egg. The Jawas like the egg. They really like the egg, and they eat the egg. They're all very excited about it, and they eat it kind of sloppily. Yeah, but table manners be nice. And he gets his stuff back. Nick Nolte Ugnaught helps him put it back together. So then this other thing that I think that doesn't work happens. That Mandalorian then offers the Ugnaught I'm assuming it is an Ugnaught, a job with him. He said, I can pay you handsomely. Now, wait a minute. Excuse me. Didn't you just say in the last episode that there's no money in bounty hunting anymore? It's like everyone's looking for jobs and the jobs aren't paying enough. That the only other job he was offered wouldn't even pay for his fuel. So, so how's he going to pay him handsomely? Don't know. But again, I found that good character stuff. He takes off and he flies off. So in terms of story, we're exactly where we were at the end of the first episode. But it was a great ride. I very much enjoyed it. A bit too brief. And yeah, listen, I'm on board. But again, I don't trust them. I do not trust them that they're not going to turn on us and be woke. I just don't trust them. At the end of when we reach episode 8 and we're done, I'll be able to go, okay. But at that point, I'm cancelling my subscription. The only reason I have a subscription at all is because I'm crazy religious and I don't want to have even the possibility of sort of stealing. So I pay for a subscription, even though I can't get it. I download it from BitTorrent. I don't get it. Listen, mate, I might get the pearly gates to say that's not good enough. It wasn't legally allowed here, so I shouldn't have got it at all. Look, if that's the truth, I'll take my lumps. What can I do? That's just the way it is. But anyway, so I'm excited for the next episode. I'm excited to see where it's going to go. I'm on board. I'm excited and scared though, because I just don't trust them. And that's really where I am. My name is Svila Beck, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. Oh, and if you're a Doctor Who fan, I'm doing a giveaway of a Doctor Who DVD box set of Trial of the Time Lord, which is a 14-part story. It was from season 23, which will be like 83, 84. Maybe later than that. What's that? I'm not going to start working out. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm just looking out my window. I saw this moth, like the size of my head, flying around. That's crazy. Okay, well, that's because I guess I live in the Middle East. You're going to get that sort of thing. Bye, my name's Philip Beck, the Rabbi. Thank you for listening. Like, share, subscribe. Oh, if you want to win that box DVD box ray, it's coming out on Blu-ray, which is why I'm giving away the DVDs. So like the channel. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, and put a hashtag in a comment saying 6E on trial, SIXIEONTRIAL, and you'll be entered in to win. There's not that many people entered. Look, listen, if you put it in, you got at least a 50-50, I would say a 25% chance of winning by the time we do the giveaway. But if you're not a Doctor Who fan, don't worry about it. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.